Mo Salah has agreed a new 2-year deal at Liverpool, finally putting to bed the speculation we've put up with all season, whether he's going to stay or not. The King is staying. The story will continue, as Mo himself has said. This is fantastic news, obviously. Welcome along to Anfield Agenda. My name is Conor. I'm obviously not Craig. Craig is not alive to the world just yet. He will be on later, I'm sure. The news broke early this morning, the club posting the official announcement at 8 a.m. UK time with a lovely picture of a throne inside of Anfield, teasing the announcement, and then suddenly Salah, the great man, is sitting there himself. Salah's new contract will run until the end of the 2027 season, bringing Mo's time to Liverpool up to a full decade, 10 years of the great man at the club. I'm just looking at some of the stats here, like he's up to 184 goals in the Premier League already, chasing down Harry Kane in second place with 213. You would have to think in the next 7 games and the next 2 seasons, Mo's going to close that gap. Alan Shearer's record, probably not, but we never know. You never know with Mo. But yeah, definitely chasing down second position. I think that's what one of the big motivating factors for him staying was. There's no official confirmation on the details of the contract just yet, but we do have a few journalist reports. So we have the ever-reliable Paul Joyce has said that Salah did not take a pay cut, contrary to some reports during the week. And Chris Bascom has suggested a deal is worth around £20 million per year, which if you break it down is about £384,000 a week, up from the current £350,000. So nice little 10%-ish boost for Mo there, more than deserved. I think a pay cut would have been a bit harsh. I think a lot of people were hoping you would stay for the same or similar money, so it's nice to see that. There was more reports as well that the club really didn't want to break their wage structure or like put all their eggs in one basket in terms of giving Mo, Van Dijk and potentially Trent, probably not. But we don't want to spend all of our money on these lads when we are planning such a big summer. Paul Joyce also makes reference to the fact that there was months of negotiations between Salah himself, his agent Rami Abbasissa, and Richard Hughes, which is interesting because there has been some back and forth on this, whether it's Richard Hughes, whether it's Julian Ward, whether it's Mike Gordon, and no one really knows behind the scenes who was actually taking care of these things. So it is interesting to see that Richard Hughes was the one who got this deal over the line. Richard Hughes obviously has come under a lot of scrutiny in the last couple of months since he came into the job last summer. Rightly or wrongly, I suppose everyone would have wanted these contracts sorted quicker, but here we are, at least one is done. It looks like Van Dijk is done also. Paul Joyce goes on to say that Van Dijk will also extend by 2 years, which is fantastic. Again, money-wise on that one, we're not sure, but you can imagine it's probably similar money. It's just fantastic news, really, isn't it? Like, the two boys staying. Obviously, Trent is another one. Like, we're not keeping Trent, are we? But Van Dijk, captain of the club. Salah will be vice-captain, I'm sure, now that Trent is leaving. It's just fantastic news. We really needed this now, too, with, like, the drop-off in results lately. This will give the boys a big push towards the end of the season. Finally lifting the Premier League title in front of the fans. I'm sure that was a big thing for Salah as well. I'm sure that was a big motivating factor as well for the likes of Salah and Van Dijk. The fact that we haven't got to celebrate the Premier League trophy with the fans properly, that's going to be huge. I'm sure that would have marred the occasion slightly if they knew that they were doing the bus parade and then heading off the following week. Like with Trent, it'll be interesting to see the reaction he gets on the bus parade. Speaking of title celebrations, of course, as Craig has mentioned numerous times on stream, we will be in the Hot Water Comedy Club on May 25th to celebrate the title. I know some people in the comments like to go, oh, it's not done yet. It is done, let's be real. It's 7 games left. We're 11 points clear. Salah signed a new deal. Van Dijk signed a new deal. The lads are getting this over the line. So come along, celebrate with us. We're even bringing this big 7-foot Premier League trophy replica with us. You can get a picture with that. You can get a picture with us. You can meet everyone. You can have the crack. It's going to be just a brilliant day. If you do want to get tickets for that, link is below as always. Back to the Mo news. I am genuinely intrigued to see where he will be in 2 years' time. Like, we're looking at that chart, 184 goals versus 213 for Harry Kane. That's what, 19 goals? No, it's not 19 goals. 29 goals in the space of 2 years and 7 games. Like, you would have to think he gets that. Ballon d'Or shouts, probably going to have to win the Champions League, aren't we? Which would be nice, of course. We would like another Champions League to add to the collection. But yeah, let me know your predictions for how many goals Salah scores in the next couple of years, because again, he has dropped off slightly the last few weeks, but that's not unusual for Mo. We've seen that at times every year pretty much, or a lot of years. Like looking at his stats for this year so far, 32 goals and 22 assists in 45 appearances. You can't really give out about that too much, can you? A man who's just about to turn 33. I know that's everyone's favourite Irish phrase, 33. Yeah, but he'll be 35 by the end of this contract, so I can't see him slowing down. Look at the man, he's just in ridiculous condition. Like, the man just does never stop. Every time I open Instagram, he's just there in the gym, the fucking 6-pack out. Like, just ridiculous. He's not slowing down, is he? Another important point to note here is the fact that Salah's staying, Van Dijk is staying, Trent is obviously leaving, but the two lads have been convinced by Arne Slot and the project that Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards and the rest of the team are putting together, which is fantastic news to hear, because I think we were all very worried when we seen that Klopp was leaving, like wondering what a post-Jurgen Klopp Liverpool looked like. It was it's a scary time. Like, we didn't know where this football club was going, but obviously the two lads believe that we will be challenging at the very top for the next couple of seasons. They believe fully in Arne Slot. I've seen this morning, Egyptian journalist Ismail Mahmoud said that Salah loves working with Slot. That was an important thing for him and one of the main reasons why he's staying. Like, it's good news all around, really, isn't it? Like, I know it's a bit doom and gloom around transfers and stuff, but it's looking up. Like, the lads are staying, we're winning the Premier League. I'm looking forward to next season now, I really am, or even just, I think I'll be able to enjoy the celebrations more now, knowing Salah and Van Dijk are staying, because it has been a very, very troubling few months waiting for all this. Like, it is just, there's so much uncertainty. There is now certainty again. We're finally getting it done. I'm just buzzing with this, I really am. I'm just so happy to finally see the official announcement. Salah himself is buzzing as well. We have a quote here. I would like to say to the fans, I'm very, very happy to be here. Always nice to hear. I signed here because I believe we can win a lot of big trophies together. Keep supporting us and we'll give it our best. And hopefully in the future we're going to win more trophies. Like, what more can you want? That's just fantastic to hear from the man. He's believing in the vision. He's here to stay. The story will continue. Mohamed Salah, 2 more years at Liverpool. Fantastic. We do have some quotes from Arne Slot here on the Salah contract too. He said, keeping Mo Salah is excellent news for us. It's also a compliment to Richard Hughes. Richard and FSG did very well. The club put a lot of effort into getting Mo to stay, and effort mostly means money, which is interesting to hear from the manager. He went on to say, if I put myself in the shoes of a player we might want to sign, it is always nice to tell them while presenting our project that Mo Salah has signed a new contract, which is an important thing here too. Like, it just made the summer a little bit easier, really, when if you're going out to sign like a new striker, a new left back, everyone coming in, it is a lot easier to pitch a project when you can say, look, like, we're not just already a good team. Salah and Van Dijk also believe that we're going to be competing next couple of years. Like, Slot has proved his credentials this year, winning the Premier League. The big hitters are here to stay. It is a lot easier to convince a player of a project now that Salah has signed that deal, which is, it's going to be a very interesting summer. Give me some predictions below on who you think we might sign. Like, we're looking at possibly Kirkhead at left back. We've heard that a striker is now a top priority. We need another midfielder. We could potentially need 1 or 2 centre-backs depending on what happens with Kwanzaa. We've seen Alisson linked away to Galatasaray. That's not going to happen, but like, it's just so much uncertainty, and we're going to need a new right-back. Trent's leaving, like, nearly every position on the pitch. Another winger, like if Diaz or Gakpo or whoever leaves, like, Gakpo's probably not going to leave, but you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a crazy few months, and yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, Craig will be back this evening, I'm sure. To get his reaction to all the news. It's going to be fun. We've just got pretty much the here we go on Van Dijk as well, so more news to come today, I'm sure. Thanks very much for watching.